Hey everybody. I've not done a video in a while, mainly because there hasn't been anything to make a video of. I have one plan, but that's actually a work in progress, a project in progress. But I stopped off at Goodwill on the way home from work, and like most of this summer, vinyl pickings have been very slim. There was one very aggressive father and son team that was just rifling through the stacks of vinyl very aggressively. And, you know, they just picked everything up in sight. And I was watching what they were picking up. I knew for a fact that a couple of the sleeves, including a copy of Van Halen 2, was empty, but I didn't want to rain on their parade, so I kept my mouth shut. Picked up one album, Nancy Wilson, 33. Picked up a couple of CDs and a couple of DVDs and paid for them up front. What do I see out of the corner of my eye but coming in two huge shopping carts filled with stacks of 78s. So I paid for my stuff and then up front went to these carriages and picked out what I thought were the 18 most choice pieces. So in no order, we'll go through them. This is Enrico Caruso on the Victrola Red Label. Those of you familiar with 78s will know that the great Caruso was kind of one of the early 78 heroes of the format. And I didn't have any Enrico Caruso until now. This is Jelly Roll Stomp, Frank Melrose. I don't know if this is jazz or R&B or what the heck it is, but it's on the Brunswick label. Pass the Jug is on the other side. I gave her that. Al Jolson on Columbia. The other side is Don't Take Advantage of My Good Nature, Fred Whitehouse. Bald-Headed Mama by the Harlem Hot Shots on Perfect. And the flip side is Who's Sorry Now? The Harlem Hot Shots. Yes, Sir, That's My Baby. Coon Sanders' original Nighthawk Orchestra. Flip side is Sometime. Jack Shilkret's Orchestra. On the Mississippi. And I bought this mainly because I thought the label was so darn cool. Grand prizes, Paris 1900, St. Louis 1904, Milan 1906. Played by Prince's Band. The flip side is Too Much Mustard. Look at that label. I think Columbia, in some of their re-releases on compact disc and I think on vinyl too, they've used that same logo, but I just love it. I thought this one was kind of interesting. On the Vocalion label, which until now I haven't had anything on this label. Leaf by Leaf, The Leaves Fall. James Lewis and Elliot Shaw. 'Tis But A Little Faded Flower. Charles Hart and Elliot Shaw on Vocalion. This was kind of a cool find. This is the original pressing of White Christmas. Bing Crosby. Flip side is Let's Start the New Year Right from Holiday Inn. Thought that was kind of cool. I have a re-release of this, but I believe this is the original. This next one my mom used to tell me stories about, and that's Bing Crosby's I'll Be Home for Christmas. My uncle served in World War II, and when the song came on the radio, my grandfather would cry, missing my uncle. But I guess this was a big song during World War II for that reason. And Crosby, the flip side is Danny Boy. I guess that's the great Irish song. Happy to find some more Bing on 78. These ones were pretty cool. On Capitol, Frank Sinatra, Lean Baby. I think this is probably one of his earliest on Capitol. Flip side is I'm Walking Behind You. Anytime I see Sinatra on 78, I scoop it up. On Columbia, Sinatra, There's No You, and Dream with the Ken Lane Singers backing Sinatra. Now this one, I believe, is one of, if not his first songs on Capitol. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. I've got The World on a String with Nelson Riddle. Flip side is My One and Only Love, also backed by Nelson Riddle. Now these next couple of discs almost gave me a heart attack in the store. And I'll show you why. A lot of 78 collectors look for early rock and roll on 78. I finally found some. Bill Haley and the Comets, See You Later, Alligator on Decca. Flip side is The Paperboy. Bill Haley and the Comets. This next one, same group. Shake, Rattle, and Roll. Bill Haley and the Comets. And the flip side is ABC Boogie. These next two, I almost passed out in the store. These are picture disc 78s on the Vogue label. Picture disc, Save Me a Dream, Sonny Dunham and his orchestra. And look who one of the writers is, Milton Berle. On the flip side, well, this could even be the A side. I have no clue. Desert Fantasy, Sonny Dunham and his orchestra. This next one, Seville, the Hour of Charm all-girl orchestra under the direction of Phil Spitalny, also on Vogue. Blue Skies, Irving Berlin, the Hour of Charm all-girl orchestra and choir. That same guy featuring Francine. Maybe that's Francine. But I've never seen picture disc 78s out in the wild. Anyone who has some information on these, please leave some comments. I've never seen anything like this, but I could not resist these, and I'll tell you guys why in a few minutes, but we've got a couple more. The Crew Cuts, Rebel in Town. Tell me why. Now, I think these guys were the same quartet that did Shaboom, Life is But a Dream. So, this is also likely early rock and roll. On the Brunswick green label, As Time Goes By. And who is that now? Jacques Renard and his orchestra. Flip side is I'm Sorry Dear, Jacques Bernard and his orchestra. So, long story short, I beat those two guys to this stash. I got these 18 discs for $16 and change. My local Goodwill gives you 10 discs for the price of 8. So I get 18. So with the Massachusetts sales tax, which of course is 6.25%, I got these for $16 and change. I thought it was a pretty good stack, and to me this is like Christmas in July. I hope you enjoyed seeing these 78s. Let me know what you find out there and what you've been finding this summer. We're approaching 500 subscribers on this channel. I can't believe it. And I think I'm going to do a special fun video when we hit 500 subscribers. So leave me some comments. Tell me to go jump off a cliff, or hopefully tell me some ideas for the channel, or if you enjoyed it or didn't enjoy it, leave your comments below. Take care for now.